Welcome to today's training. My name is AREWA Lanre Ali. I am the CEO of Brand Apex Media and also the founder of Digital Wealth Innovations. Today we are going to be working on Digital Wealth Innovations SEO strategy course, how to rank higher, increase your traffic, boost your sales with simple, proven, and insanely effective SEO strategies. So this is the content we are going to work on. We are going to discuss what SEO is and why it is important, the vital goals of SEO, who is responsible for website SEO, the three parts of a comprehensive SEO, bot analysis and manual analysis, realigning a merged website for SEO purposes, how to increase your website authority, extra steps to build your website SEO, summary and conclusion, and way forward. So let's start. So what exactly is SEO and why is SEO important? So SEO simply stands for search engine optimization, and is actually the set of rules that is used to optimize a website on the internet for it to achieve higher ranking. So this simply means that if anybody comes to the internet and searches on Google, Bing, Yahoo, or any other search engine, and they're trying to find a solution or they're asking questions and they're finding answers to their questions, what search engines does is they crawl the internet, and we are going to explain all these things through this training. The search engines have what we call spiders that crawl the internet, and what they simply do is they look for the specific keywords from that search and look for the site that is most relevant for such keywords so that they can provide the best relevant results to the person that is searching for that particular question. So the vital goals of SEO is simply to help you understand what your users are searching for online so that you can create high quality content to satisfy their purpose. 2, to help you create a website that search engines can find, index, and understand its content. 3, to give you certain guidelines to follow, to focus on and follow in order to achieve your set objectives. So let's quickly go through a brief history of what SEO is all about. In the early 2000s, SEO was kind of introduced to the internet, and it was basically done by the king of itself, Google, and the same thing actually is being followed by every other search engine. And so in the 2000s, there was an alignment of search engine optimization and website development, where we actually start creating websites with what we call keywords, and we input those keywords so that when someone searches for a particular information on the internet, the person will be given relevant websites that has details for that kind of information. And then in the mid-2000s, we had black hat tactics that was involved, where people now start doing what we call keyword stuffing, and they put a lot of keywords into a particular web page, and so the search engine actually shows that web page to the site visitor, even when that web page is not really giving them anything relevant or useful concerning that particular keyword that's been searched for. So in the late 2000s, Google started catching up as a blacklisting black hat rank sites, and black hats was being done in such a way that sometimes these black hat strategists, they will create a lot of mini websites and they will link it to a particular website. Thus, it will look as if that website is a high ranking website. And so in the late 2000s, Google started catching up and things started to change. And in the early 2010s, there was all these Google updates, Penguin, Panda, and so many other Google updates that was really catching up and really hitting up all those low ranking backlink sites and blacklisting a lot of sites. So a lot of things happened in the early 2000s and the early 2010s. So in the mid 2010s, SEO started taking a whole new level with the introduction of social media sites like Facebook and then eventually we have Twitter, we have Pinterest, and so many other social media sites. And things started to change because what was happening then was that people start to share their website links on social media. So there'll be information, like half information, and they say if you want to read more, you want to learn more, click on the link, and they put the link to their blog. You click on it, you go to the blog to read more. That was how a lot of bloggers really grew up, really blasted up, their internet business in the mid 2010s. And then within 2015 and 2016, content fragmentation started to move across devices. There was this influx of mobile devices all over the place, and so search engines started to recognize that people have started using mobile devices, and so sites have to start becoming mobile responsive, mobile adaptability, and things like that. So 2007, mobile usage surpassed desktop usage, and voice search actually started getting more use, and things started to really change. So within 2018 to date, search is now everywhere. Like, optimization has to be done for everything, for desktop, for mobile, for those that are hearing impaired, those that are blind. There's a lot of things that have to go on with your website. And so with all these new devices and new innovations and new programming languages being introduced, things really started changing with SEO. So now, the first question we should ask ourselves is this: who is actually responsible for website optimization, for SEO? Now, web design is more like the business of construction, where you have the architect doing the construction, and after the architect is done with the building construction, because the job of the architect is to make sure that the foundation is right, the building foundation is right, and make sure that everything, like all the standards for the building, is being done well, and then every part of the building is being created the way it's supposed to be: the kitchen, the sitting room, the bedroom, your toilet, your bathroom, everything has to be done perfectly well. That is the job of the architect, and so that is similar to the job of the web designer or the web developer, because web design actually has like 3 different stages. Like, it has the development stage, there's the design stage, there's even the concept stage. So it's like that for web design. And so after web design is being done, the job of SEO is being handled by who we call the SEO expert. And it's the same thing for a building. After the architect is done with the building, the job of making the building very, very effective in terms of functionality is being handled by who? The interior decorator. So the job of the interior decorator and the job of the architect are 2 different things, are 2 separate things. Even though the architect may actually have the knowledge of interior decoration and be able to advise the client on how to actually do things to beautify the building. So the architect, when he's actually offering you interior decoration consultation, is going to charge you separately for that, because that's a different thing entirely. And so the same thing happens with web design, because a lot of time customers, clients think that when a web designer designs their website, the web designer must do all the SEO and everything. It doesn't work that way. The SEO is, in fact, the SEO, just like the web designer, will actually need to continue managing your website for you, so that there won't be any issues of security, of updates, and all those kind of things. The website designer or developer will still help you manage your website, while the SEO expert is also given the opportunity or given the responsibility of managing your search engine optimization, because things change every time with search engines, and so there need to be consistent updates for your website to be relevant within your niche when it comes to search engine optimization. So we need to understand that search engine optimization is to be handled by an SEO expert, and that's the reason why even with us at Digital Wealth Innovations, we we offer the services separately. There is web design service and the search engine optimization service. So with that out of the way, what are the three parts of a comprehensive SEO? Now we have the part one is called technical search engine optimization. This has to do with crawling, indexing and ranking of websites by the search engine bots. The second one is the on-page SEO, which is the page structure and page content optimization, while the third one is off-page SEO, which is deals with link building and website promotion for authority. So let's start with the first one, technical SEO. Now, technical SEO has to do with the following: your domain name. Your domain name has to be something that relates to what you are trying to rank for. A lot of times we see sites that the domain name does not even say anything concerning the particular business. And so when you are having a domain name that does not reflect consistently within the content or the context of your website information, then it does affect your search engine optimization. Website title has to do with the relationship of your service or your target market. So if what you're trying to do is, if you are trying to offer services for entrepreneurs, then you can actually create, maybe you are trying to offer, let me say you are trying to offer coaching service for entrepreneurs, then you can actually make your website title coaching service for entrepreneurs, or coaching service for busy entrepreneurs, or coaching service for female entrepreneurs. The same thing with your website tagline. It's actually a short sentence that complements the title within your website. So we have what we call meta keywords. Meta keywords are simply the keywords that you want to be ranked for, that you actually put in your website header. So, and then your meta keywords are also keywords that will have to be consistently repeated within the content of your website, so that the website and the search engine crawlers will be able to search and crawl your website and be able to identify those particular keywords you want to be ranked for. So we have meta description. Meta description is a brief summary of what your website or specific web page is all about. And then we have what we call site map, which is an XML map or page that is being used to represent you. That Excel map will have all the links of your website on it, and so it is being used by search engine web crawlers to crawl your website. Let's quickly check out some of these things that I just talked about. If we go to search page and say best, now I click on best graphic design tips, and now when I click on this is what I've been saying. Now this is the website URL, visme.co. This is the blog, and this is, you can say, graphic design tips. That is actually the category or the page name for that particular page. And then this is the topic for this particular web page, and you can see here, this is what we call meta description. This is what we call meta description. So that's meta description. So if I search for how to make $100 every day online, you see that there is, you can see now, these are, you can see these little links here, so this is the title. Now these are what we call meta keywords. It's reflecting on these particular pages because it's trying to tell us that this page actually talks a lot about all these things. They can see create online course, teach English online, how to make $100 online. Now all these are from this particular website, and what I search for is how to make $100 online, and you can see that this site is showing me some other links that could actually show me how to make $100 online. So you have to make sure that your website has all these things available on it, so that the web crawlers can be able to simply and easily crawl your website for the keywords in which you want it to be ranked for. So we also have what we call robots.txt. It's actually a file that is used to manage and limit the extent at which search engine crawlers work on your website, and it helps you to guide the search engine crawlers for your on your website, so that they won't just be crawling everywhere on your website. They will be able to crawl the specific places you want them to crawl on your website. We also have what we call permalinks, and it's actually the web structure that allows you to be able to create a structure that is easy to memorize and easy to follow, just like this logical how to make $100 a day. So it helps you to create a very good web structure for your website. And then we have mobile responsiveness. Now, mobile responsiveness is something that all CMS content management softwares actually have now, but there are still some teams or some plugins that may not have some of these things. But it is very important right now to make sure that your website is mobile responsive, so that when you are designing the website and you are finished designing and you want to rank, web crawlers usually check if your site is mobile responsive. If it is not mobile responsive, you will not be able to rank well on search engines, because 80% of internet users now use mobile device more than they use their computer to access the internet. So we also have what we call load speed. In order to achieve great load speed, there are a lot of things you need to put into consideration. That's the reason why your SEO has to be done by someone that actually still understands how to handle web design and development also, because sometimes your load speed is being affected by your website image sizes, cache, server speed, number of plugins on your website, especially if it's a WordPress website, your HTTP request, JavaScript loading, hosted files on your server, and so many other things actually affect your website load speed. So you need to be able to understand all these things and check out all these things one after the other to be able to ascertain what specifically is affecting your load speed. So you also have your website pages. They have pages are basically static web pages on your website that are being used for specific purposes like about us, services, testimonials, contact, and portfolio. While posts are actually dynamic content related web pages that are being updated frequently, and we all know what we call blog posts is actually where you update frequently, and that is mainly what search engine bots crawl for relevance in terms of consistency and in terms of identifying if your website is a website that actually discusses or talks about the specific keywords that the person that is searching for is actually looking for, or if your website is just a random website with all kinds of information that is not specifying on what the person is actually searching for. So secondly, now we have on-page SEO. Now on-page SEO is simply SEO that has to do with the specific page on your website. So you can see like what I showed you here. This works with on-page SEO, and you can see if I click on this now, if you click on this link now, these are some of the things that works with on-page SEO. So you can see that this person is how to make $100 a day, 28 ways to make $100 a day, and you can see this person actually listed all the 28 ways to make $100 a day. Make money proofreading, make money selling on Amazon, make money. Now you can see that there is consistency in the keyword make money, make money, make money, make money. Now the keyword make money is consistent, right? But it also makes sense. And then this person also did a very good SEO by also having keyword make $100 a day. So you can see he mixed up the keywords by putting make money proofing, make money selling on Amazon, make money as searching evaluator, how to make $100 a day with blogging, make money competing. You can see how to make $100 a day by sharing your knowledge. Now this person is someone that is very, very good with SEO. This person is very, very good with SEO. And you can see by the time you scroll down, you have seen repeated words of make money $100, make $100 per day, and make money, with. So by the time you go through this entire blog post, there is this consistency in the keywords, and that's the reason why Google actually brought this person's web page to the front page. That is how you actually rank your website professionally. So these are one of the things that you need to understand when it comes to ranking of websites. So the second thing on page SEO is headline for the post. So you can see if your headline does not reflect what the person is actually searching for, you can say how to make $100 a day, 28 new ways to make money in 2021. So the headline has the words how to make $100 a day, and the headline also has the keywords to make money. So those keywords need to be in your headline. So your first paragraph also have to reflect your keywords. Your first paragraph, you can see this person's first paragraph, want to learn how to make $100 a day, you are in the right place. Today I'm going to show you a few ways to how to make $100 in a day in your spare time. The first paragraph has those keywords. It's more like it just created like it's asking a question, but the idea here is to make sure that your first paragraph has the keywords you are ranking for in them. So your subheading should also have supporting title that further pushes the importance of the subject matter, and your keyword will also be there. You can see I started working on extra income years, and I must say it's been the best decision I made for my career. I've having side also help my family financially, one was a primary source of income. Now you can see that the second paragraph actually supports the title or the information passed by the first paragraph, but the first paragraph actually has the keywords in it. So the main body of your page, several corresponding paragraphs elaborating on your subject matter should also have your keywords all over them. Images, your images need to have alternate text, and so the alternate text will also have the relevant keywords in them. Let me see, this person actually uploaded okay, these are things I had. Okay, so if we check this using inspect elements on the right here, we want to check this. We want to see if this image has an alternate keyword. And you can see the image has an alternate keyword. The keyword, the words, the text used to say the image is how to make $100 a day -1.jpg, which means the image itself is being saved with the keyword. The image itself is being saved with the keyword. You can see it on the right hand side here. The image itself is being saved with the keyword. So these are all the things, these are some of the very important things you need to understand when you are actually creating your web page and you are trying to rank for a particular keyword. So your image has to have alternate text, and then they have to also be minimal in size so that it's going to load very fast. They have to be named appropriately so that when search engine is actually trying to rank or trying to crawl your website, your image will also rank for that particular search keyword. So internal links, so you also need internal links. So if you check this site, this is a beautiful site for if you check this site, you can see these are all These are all links. These are actually specific. These are actually external links. Okay, these are actually external links. But most of the time, let me see. I want to quickly see if this person actually has any internal links on his website. I can see he did a lot of. Okay, this is the internal link he has on his site here. So you need to have both internal and external links. That internal links are actually links on your particular page that actually sends the person or send the person that's checking out your page to another part of your website for more information. While external links are links that will send them to relevant IPR or high quality sites where they can get more information for what they're actually looking for. So you can see that's what I'm saying here. External links are used to send them to relevant resources outside of your web page. Then comments, most of the time when you have relevant comments on your post, it also helps to rank your particular post on search engines, because it actually shows the search engine crawlers, the bots, that what you have on that web page is very relevant and people are actually gaining from it and they are benefiting from it. Carousels, slides, and image gallery. Most of the time we see people using image galleries on their websites, carousels and slides. It's best to avoid using a lot of images for these slides and carousels, because what usually happens is that when you use a lot of images, your website will kind of load slowly, because the request being made for your website, when someone wants to access it, it will have to make a lot of requests because of all the images the website or the web page is trying to load while the person is accessing your web page. And that's the reason why you need to reduce the amount of images and also reduce the size of the images you'll be putting in your carousels or slides on your website. Number 3 is off-site SEO or website promotion. So off-site SEO is generally known as link building, because it's actually used to create links, relevant links from other places on the internet that will come to you. But if you look at off-site SEO, it's much more of website promotion, because what you have to do is you have to create such fantastic content, such great relevant content, and you have to have such authority and build trust in such a way that people will be able to send their traffic to your website for further perusal or further information on the particular question or the particular issue they are actually searching for. So this is why the older websites actually rank higher than new websites, because old websites that have been existing for long, they will have more sites pointing to them back, linking back to them, and so they will definitely rank higher than new websites, except if you have a new website and when you make posts you do all the things I've actually discussed in before, and you also promote your website excessively, like you promote your website a lot, making sure that people have access to your website and they come to your website and they get a lot of great information, they benefit a lot from your website, which will make people share your website a lot and definitely increase your website ranking. So backlinks are mainly signal of trust depending on where the links are coming from, and so they can greatly affect your ranking position, as I have explained. And if your links are coming from well-known and trusted old existing websites, you are going to rank positively. But if they are coming from you buying paid links or article directories that are for buying links or link farms or link exchange and stuff like that, it might eventually affect your website ranking negatively. So now, both SEO analysis versus manual SEO analysis. Now, there are over thousands of SEO analytical tools online that you can use to check the SEO condition of your website. But the thing is, if you look at most of these sites, you will see that they'll just tell you to put your URL and you search your site and to show you how your site looks. But a lot of time, it will not tell you the exact solution to what you are looking at right there right now. So let me quickly show an example. There's this website I went on, and I actually put the URL of one of my clients' websites on commoncredit.com on it, and when we put it on it, you can see this is the load speed 2.98. Now the load speed is now better because I did some things today on the site. I can see the internal link is 89, external link is 27. So the words on the page, now if you look, this is what the search engine bots will actually see when they're actually looking at this site. So this is what they're going to be seeing. And you can see, this particular image has a missing alternate text. You can see all these links here, and then you can see this one's alternate text is banner make rules on common courage, and the T-head words. You can now, the thing is, because my clients actually told me specifically to put our name on all the images that is going to be uploaded on the website, probably she thinks, or she thought that this is how SEO works. So I just did it just to do exactly what she wants. But the thing is, we are eventually going to go back to this website because she has come back to me and we've discussed about how we are going to do the SEO for our website. But I'm actually using this as a sample just to show you that when you are trying to create the SEO for your website, you need sites like this. Let me quickly. You need sites like this. So you just put your own website URL here, and you just put it on, let me say AREWA, Lanre.com. Your website URL, just copy it and you go put it on your browser, and you see how your website is being viewed by search engine bots, and you will be able to use that to ascertain why some of the things on your website is not working the way they should be working in terms of SEO, and make relevant corrections to it. Now the thing with all these tools is that these tools are fantastic, they are great, but they will not tell you exactly what you need to do to make sure, although there are some of these softwares, high-end softwares, expensive, that will tell you exactly what you need to do, but they cannot do it for you. And that is why sometimes the owners of these softwares, they will tell you to pay for their pro version or their pro upgrade service, so that you can actually now talk to one of their SEO experts that will help you handle your website, and all the problems your website have, they are going to help you rectify it. And that's the reason why it's always best working with a professional SEO expert, because the SEO expert is going to be like the best of both worlds. The SEO expert is going to use the SEO tools to analyze your website, and at the same time the SEO expert is going to help you to take action and implement everything he has seen that needs to be worked on or rectified to do justice on your website and make it better. So how do you realign a merged website for SEO purposes? Now, when you are trying to bring in an old website to a new website, you bring your blog posts, you bring your pages and everything, the SEO is damaged. So what you need to do is, there's a lot of work that has to be done when stuff like this happen. The first thing is, the keywords that came with your old website may not actually work with the technical SEO of your new website, just like I've explained before. So you need to look at your keywords, your metadata, your meta tag, your description. Everything has to be edited in such a way that it will work well with your new website. Your images have to be updated in terms of alternate text, in terms of renaming your images, and all these things have to be done properly. Then your links, the links that came with the old website, have to be verified if they are not broken or outdated links. And you have to also check data related content in order to update the information on your content to make it as relevant as possible, because when you have information that is old, that is not relevant, that is not current, then search engines will not rank your site well, because you are actually putting out old information and outdated information to the public. So how do you increase your website authority? How do you increase your website authority, which will ultimately help you increase your search engine optimization and search engine ranking? So creating quality content. Building your website authority is a gradual process, and you need to approach it with the primary focus based on how to create good quality content for your target audience. The more valuable your posts are, the more people will visit and link back to your website from their blogs. Now the thing is, you also have to create the kind of content that when people search on the internet, it is going to be something that relates to what people can search for, that will be useful to people. So if you are just creating content for yourself and the kind of content that you only share on social media, and not the kind of content that people will search for online that would actually solve specific problems for people, then you are not doing justice to your search engine optimization. You are not going to be able to rank the way you want to rank, that you think you are going to rank on search engine, because the relevance of your web posts, of your blogs, of the content of your website has to do with if what you are posting is going to solve the specific problems or challenges of your target audience. So promoting your post, you need to be able to promote your post maximally online. Use all social media sites, and share articles on places like Tumblr, like Medium, Stumble Upon, Reddit, and so many other sites where a lot of people have access to your blog post and be able to go check out your blog post and share with their own audience also. So it will make it possible for people to be able to drive more traffic to your website, and the more people check out the stuff on your website, the more search engine crawlers will be able to see that your website is relevant. Develop a content calendar. You need to develop a content calendar if you want to be consistent with writing for your website. So you need to have at least 1 to 6 months of content calendar where you have topics and the things you want to discuss in those topics relating to your keywords, and making sure that these things are relevant, that will help you to rank optimally. Extra steps to build your website SEO. So you are going to follow some of these steps or all of these steps to rank well with your SEO. So use LinkedIn long form posts. So write an article related to your topic and publish on LinkedIn articles, and then link it to your website. So it's a no follow link, but a good starting point for people to actually start going to your website to see if they can actually get more information relating to your particular niche or your particular industry. So join related groups on LinkedIn and Facebook. Join relevant groups on social media, groups that will allow you to share links, because there are a lot of new groups now that will tell you not to share links, not to do this, not to DM, not to do that. Join groups that will allow you to share links, that will allow you to share your knowledge, so that you can actually be able to share links to your website where people can actually learn more from you. Create an account with crunchbase.com. Go to crunchbase.com and create a business account for your company, for your business, so that you have much more relevance on the internet. Create social media accounts for your website. You can try to create business pages and business company accounts for your website, both on Facebook, on LinkedIn, even on Instagram. Create these social media accounts for your company, so that you can share your post on social media, just like I talked about in the groups also. Submit your post to online directories. Submit some of your best posts to well-known online directories like inbound.com, and try to be as active as possible in the communities of all these online directories. So go to the guidex.com/120, go to this particular link here, and you will see there are a lot of over like 120 high quality directory sites that you can submit your post to, that will actually help you to share on the internet. Join Quora.com, go to Quora.com, register, and help people to solve problems that they have and questions that they ask, answer questions, and you'll be able to rank, send them to your website by putting your website link on your bio, so that they can actually go there and they can read more about what they are asking. And you can even create a comprehensive blog post to solve questions that people ask on Quora, and this will help you to drive more traffic to your website. So provide valuable comments online. Check out all kinds of posts people put on relevant groups on Facebook, on LinkedIn. Provide valuable comments, and you can also link to your website telling them that they can actually learn more, or they can get much more in-depth information when they go to this particular link. So register on medium.com, as I said before, and publish new articles on medium.com. So in summary, we have been able to discuss so far about SEO, and we have been able to see that SEO is actually a very wide part of website relevance and how it appears on search engine result pages online. And it is vital for you as a business owner. If you want to drive traffic organically to your website, you need to do all these things that we have talked about in this particular training, and even much more that you can actually learn when you go online to search more for how to rank better with your website on search engines. So if you want your website to be relevant, you have to make sure that you put things that are relevant, that people that will search for, just like I've said before, so that people will be able to get good information from your website, and search engine crawlers will be able to crawl your website properly. And that's the reason why it is important to have what we call an SEO content blueprint, which is basically what we do for clients when we help them, check out their website. We check out their website and see, the things that they need to do on their website, and then we'll help them create what we call an SEO content blueprint. So that SEO content blueprint will give to you, and it's now left to you to go implement it, or you tell us to help you implement it, and then we can actually arrange for implementing that, which is actually a different thing entirely. So this stuff is one of the fantastic, the best things that we do for our clients in order to help them to identify what they need to do and how they need to do it, for their website. So what's the way forward now? If you are 100% dedicated to the growth of your website and ultimately your business, then I think you can actually send us a message, and which is the best thing you need to do right now is send us a message, an email, so that we can help you look at your website and audit it and help you suggest the best things or the best ways for you to actually be able to grow your website with SEO and rank your website well. So reach out to us in 3 simple steps. Step 1, go to your email software. If you are using Yahoo, Gmail, whatever, Zoho, just go to your email, click on compose, and send an email with the subject line interested in your SEO management service. And then in the body of your email, introduce yourself, input your website URL, tell us the purpose of your website, tell us the challenges you've been facing, and tell us the keywords you want to rank for on search engines. Then hit the send button, and we'll get back to you within the next 24 hours. So that's all for today's training. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for going through this training with me. As always, AREWA Ali. And so our other services: brand development, website design, SEO management, funnel building, online marketing strategy, email automation, social media marketing, and ads management. Thank you so much, and I'm expecting your email. Good luck and God bless. Bye-bye.